Hello everyone, my name is Heiler and welcome back to another episode of Luxury Utopia in Oxygen Not Included. In the last episode we did a lot of work here in the space area, let's call it that. We had all of these mountains that we dug up. So right now we have a nice flat area and we of course also added a lot of solar panels and we started here with our transit tube system which will be built up over time. There are a couple things I want to do. So the most important goal for this episode is to make our first rocket for space. So we want to get into space and discover the area a bit, have some research, some data banks that we make. And for that, we're going to make a very basic rocket. In order to do that, we need to have a little bit of research. So let's go into here because I don't think I have the thing that I need. Let me see. We have already quite a bit, but here I need this orbital data collection lab and also this orange research. And I want to have the Spacefarer module so we can make a decent module where if we put a duplicant in, they don't get immediately overstressed. So this will make give a little bit more room. You can also have your construction in the solar Spacefarer nose cone, but you have a lot less room in here. So we're gonna go for this one. And that is going to be done in the background. Also, I want to make use a bit of this power, and we actually already have something with which we can do some discovery in space. I think this discovers 3 hexes around the planetoid, so let's just put it here, and then we have to connect it like so. Let's set this as a 7. Yeah, let's do this as a 7. I want this to be done, then I guess, well, Devon will be researching, but once he's done researching, he can start working on this. What I also want to do is, we have a kind of an issue that our main base is working off one grid. So we have one huge grid here, which has a potential load of 6,360 watts. And of course, our cables can only handle 2000 watts. So once they use more than 2000 watts, we get overload errors. And that means that some cables can get broken. This one is overloaded, for example, needs to be repaired. But this is one that we cannot access. And I hope actually that this gas pump still works if I enable it. We're just going to make some way to offload this grid. And we actually have another grid, which is this one, which has a potential load of 485. And a lot of it isn't even working all the time. So I think this one is dormant. So this liquid pump is not doing anything. And we have a lot of battery power here. So we have so much charge. We are going to use that. So for that, we're going to need a lot of copper because I'm going to change out these wires for conductive wires. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave out this here because we don't need this cable yet. And I'm going to start, wait a minute. No, that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to start with coppering this here up. And then to here, I don't think we still need that. So I'm also going to go to here, here, and up. And that is going to be all the copper we have. So we need more copper. Luckily, we can easily make it. Let's set this to 2 tons. 2 tons might be okay. Let's also make this a 6 so people work on it. This is also working off our batteries, of course. But once we have more, we can also make a cable down to here. So maybe I'll just let them work on this a little bit so we have this ready to go. Here we made most of the cables. Let's actually deconstruct this and this one. And then we have a little bit of cable here still to do. We do have copper now, 778 kilograms. So we can start working with that. So let's make a cable down. And then up until here, I guess we can connect it already. Is that going to be enough? We have enough copper. So that is good. which means that we can lower this here a bit, lower the priority a bit, because I prefer them to work on things that are actually urgent at the moment, which is building these cables. In the meantime, we also have a telescope here. Let's set this also a little bit higher, I think. Outside world. Okay, wow, Bunny is also showing here. Interesting. Not allowed by schedule. I think Devin is sleeping. Let me see, how much glass do we have at the moment? We have 407 kilograms. We need a bit more. All right, we are working on these wires here. I do want to close this off again, so we need this one here built. Okay, and now we can close this off. As an 8 is okay. Let's make sure to do that quickly. We made a little bit more copper. Let me see. Can we now make all of this? No, we can't. We need more copper. We are making more copper. Oh no, I just picked it up. Planetary detected. Okay, so here Devin is already working on the telescope and we found a Toxazon. Let me see, star map. Here we are. What do we have here? We cannot oversee it because we are not there yet. But you can see that we're discovering areas. So we're also going to look at this. And I think 3 far is how far the telescope can go. So we won't discover anything here. Well, these are all discovered, but not further than that. I guess we can see those here because they're next to Toxazon. But yeah, nice. We have another planetoid. What do we have here? Metal rich, frozen friends. Is this another cryo dupe here? Interesting. I thought that was only on Grossini. Then we have 30,000 lux, which is somewhere in between the two. But this is also good for energy, of course. Then we have saltwater geyser, that's nice. Carbon dioxide, I don't really care about. We have gold, aluminum. Yeah, they call it aluminum. And we have a copper volcano here, so that is really, really good for our refined metals. We don't have to craft it anymore if we tame those volcanoes. So we are definitely interesting to go to this planetoid and tackle these volcanoes, so we have a lot more stuff to work with. So that's really nice. When we have our rocket ready, we will definitely fly there to oversee the planetoid. I guess we can start working with a rocket platform, so we're gonna make it, I guess we can just make it here. We do need a bit of laddering, but let's wait until we have this platform and we build our first engine on there. We can actually connect this now, but we have to pause because otherwise we have a huge load on this thing because now everything is connected. I guess we can take over this. I think we can also take over this, and this stuff is mostly idle except for this one. This stuff is not used at the same time typically. I mean, Frankie is just going in here and he's... why did we make all these cables, by the way? We can just connect here. Anyway, any of these is typically only used when Frankie's inside. Well, I guess the sweepers, but they're so rarely working that it doesn't matter. These space heaters, they're constantly on. I don't think I want them on this grid up here. We don't have that much production of energy, and it's not constant, so it would drain our batteries quite quickly. Anyway, so I think we're gonna cut it off here, and then we can also deconstruct these cables. Let's wait with that until we know for sure that we can handle it. We have our rocket platform here, and we're gonna make our first rocket. And we're not gonna make steam, not sugar. We're gonna make a carbon dioxide engine here. So let's build that. Let's make it as a 6. I guess it's fine. We do need to get carbon dioxide there. And we have some stored here. It's a couple 100 kilograms. So we need to get that over. And we're gonna do that, of course, via piping. We can use regular pipes because I am gonna make sure that we don't pump over too much at a time. So we don't need to insulate this or something. Sandstone is fine. Let's go down. Let's go just straight through the base for now. This is not gonna be a final base anyway. So we're gonna go like here, and then I want to have a gas meter valve to check when a specific amount has passed through it. So we're gonna use this, and it's gonna go, let's make it here. Let's make the gas pipe there, and I'm gonna make a pipe there as well. And then we can set this to limit the amount that goes through. We do need to have some bridges, so let's make those as well, like there and there. That should already do it. And this is of course now all also as an 8. Let's make those all of this as a 6. I think that is fine. Luckily this is all in a straight line. So then we have our fuel. I think this is going to take 100 kilograms max, and then we can go 6 tiles, which is exactly what we need, because we have 3 tiles to this planetoid and 3 tiles back, because we need to go back. We found also here a retired planetary excursion module, which holds an L artifact. We can inspect it. Recoverable files. Wait, does this also have data files? Huh, no idea. Meet the pilot, Captain May Johansson. Encryption level 1. Anyway, we are Devin is still working on this. Did you all also, you haven't done this yet. Is that because this thing is not ready? It does have the rad bolts. Can you please do that first, Devin? Yeah, exactly, because that has a much higher priority. Because once we have this built, we want to build a spacefarer module on top, so we can continue with the build inside, because we have to build the interior as well. Okay, these are now all constructed, so we can connect this to our top grid. And now this has a potential load of 3,480 watts, but some of the stuff is not even working, so our current load is pretty okay. Let's see how our batteries are faring. They are dropping a bit, but it is night, so that's logical. Actually, our coal generators are jumping in. Let's set these a little bit lower. I don't want them to work too much, only if really necessary. They are keeping up. Or not? Hardly. How much power is going on? Oh, because we are making something in the glass forge. Yeah. That makes sense. That takes a lot of energy. So these coal generators cannot keep up with one of these huge machines. But our solar panels are now coming into action, and they will load up all the batteries. And then the coal generators can turn off. Perfect. Okay, Devin is back here. Wait, does that mean he's done with the research here? What is this? The door is locked. Did he? I think he went out again. That's such a shame. Let me see. I can raise this a bit, because otherwise it would be a waste. We need 40. We need 67. So let's say set it to 68 or 69. That would be nice. Let's make it 69. Very nice. Yeah. And then we're gonna let them work a bit on this stuff. Let's sweep this up. Ah, they actually cannot get here, so we also need to dig through there. Oh, we can see here, we also have a damage on a conductive wire. But this is still working, so it doesn't mean it totally is broken. I'm not sure what it does then. Maybe one little bit of damage is not that big of an issue, as long as it doesn't get worse. Ah, why is this disabled? Oh, wait. Devin, where the heck are you? Where's Devin? He went in, did a little bit again. He's sleeping. Oh my hell. Are you kidding me? Oh, I guess we need 14. Oh, the minimum is 50. Devin, what are you doing? Such a waste. Such a waste of red bolts, Devin. And you're awake again? Can we please, can I open this? I wonder. Wait, I can do this, right? Yeah, Devin, come here and use them. Use it right now. You're gonna get a little bit of radiation, but it's enough. You're being so, it's not that bad. Okay, we have researched it. Get out. Get out. Okay, there we go. We have this at 50. 50 is fine. All right. Finally. We have an artifact analysis station, so that is when we get the artifacts. But more importantly, now we can make our Spacefarer module on top here. Let's do that as a 7. Then on top of that, we have a little bit of space. We have to have a nose cone on top. Let's make that out of... I mean, it doesn't really matter. Do we want to have a golden nose cone? That's a bit weird. That's definitely melting. Let's make it out of iron and ceramic. I guess that's fine. But we have a little bit of space left over, so we can add 2 more solar panels for 200 glass each. So let's make 2 of these, and you can see that the nose cone automatically moves up. So we have now our completed rocket here. We do need ladders in order to reach everything. Let's make them out of obsidian. So as a 7 to make sure we can reach everything. I think until there is fine. Yeah, we should be able to make everything. And then this is all as a 5. No, as a 7. There we go. Okay, so that will be made, and then we can work on the interior here. In the meantime, what we also can already do, there's a lot of things we can do, is work on a pipe towards this storage here. Because we're going to make a nice infinite storage here, we need some plumbing. Let's make a liquid pipe. The storage is going to end here, so we're going to make something like this. Let's backtrack a little bit. Down, one down, otherwise it's difficult to reach. Gonna go like here, and then I guess I can just connect all of these, and then here also connect all of them, go down, and then here as well, go down. That's fine. And we need 1, 2 bridges there and there, and then we're again making this all as a 7, which is very annoying. Let's make those as a 5. There we go, because they are not urgent at the moment. We want to have this rocket done first. All right, we have the Spacefarer module, and we can go inside. And then we have this here. And this is the limited space inside the rocket, which we have to make sure to use efficiently. So we're going to design an interior which is a nice compartment to live in, with as many rooms as we can add. So we do need a place where they can pee. We do need a bedroom, because Nails most likely is going to stay for a while in space. And I think for the morale bonus, I think I'm going to try to add a great hole. But let's see how that works out. Actually, before I start adding in all kinds of walls and things like that, beds, I am going to add in, let me see, where is it? Under furniture, I think we have wallpaper. And this is purely for morale. And I am going to make wallpaper out of, and this is super fancy, I'm going to make it out of gold. And we're going to make it everywhere. So let's just add in all of this as gold wallpaper. And this is something that is just in the background. It adds a bit of decor. So this is just going to look pretty. And then On top of this, let me see, am I still making everything as a 7? I guess this can all be as a 6. And then once we build something else, we're gonna make it as a 6 because I'm tired of changing the priorities. So now we need to think about carbon dioxide because the duplicant inside is going to produce carbon dioxide. So we need to have something to pump that out. So we're going to have a mini gas pump, which I'm going to add here. And we're just gonna vent it out into here. And I think that's just gonna vent it into space. But in order to give a little bit extra room to buffer, we're going to actually make a round like so. So we have a little bit of room for carbon dioxide to be stored. I don't want this, of course, to run always. So we need to have something to detect carbon dioxide, and that's under automation. We need a gas element sensor there. And then, of course, if we detect carbon dioxide and we immediately turn on the pump, then we're going to pump out a lot of oxygen. So I want to also add a filter gate to enable the gas pump only if we detect carbon dioxide for a long time here. And then, of course, we also need to connect the automation. Let's make everything out of gold in here. Sure. Fancy. So that is going to be the method of removing the carbon dioxide. And I'm going to let them build this first because we're going to add, of course, some tiles on top of it. And I want this to be accessible. Do I want to add more in here? Because this is, of course, still a vacuum. We do need an atmosphere in here and we have solar panels. So what we could do for now, we can, in rocketry, we have a power outlet. Let's put it here for now, temporarily. And then we add a oxygen diffuser here. And we're just going to connect that. So it will only work when it's daytime, but it will start filling up this area. And then we also need a storage bin where we're going to put some algae in order to keep adding oxygen to the system. That's probably going to be it for now. As you can see, the wallpaper is going to make the wall nice and gold. Building really quickly. All right, as you can see, this, well, it's now night, so it's not really working that well, but we have a little bit of oxygen in here. Let me see, let's add some algae. Let's pause. I think about 5 tons of algae will be enough. Let's make sure they bring it here. And then we can use that to refill the oxygen diffuser. So we don't have to run all the way back with little bits every time, because that would be very weird. Okay, it's daytime again, so this starts working on and off. And we're slowly gonna fill this up with oxygen. Does this even work? Because it stays on 6.2 grams. Oh, something happened here. Yeah, I think we need more power for it to actually produce some oxygen. So maybe it's a little bit too late for a battery, I guess. Let me see. Inside this thing, I want to track algae. I want to track plastic. I want to track data bags, because those we're gonna produce here. What we're gonna use here is muck roots, because that doesn't spoil. And I want to track dirt. But yeah, this is really slow filling this up. Maybe I have to disconnect this for a bit, and then we add a battery, which will make this process a little bit more convenient. As an 8 is okay. Anyway, yes, now it's done. Okay, we also need to have power to this, of course. So we also need to have a wire there. I think we can build a wire also through here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. We don't need to connect it just yet, because it doesn't have to be. Actually, we're gonna wait. No, I'm not gonna wait with that, because I'm gonna close that area off. So I'm just gonna make until here. Because we're gonna make this area, of course, with airflow tiles out of gold amalgam, because that's the highest decor, right? Oh, this is also plus 10%. Yeah, then let's make it out of copper. It's a little bit cheaper. I'm going to make this into a separate room because this is a, what's it called? Industrial machinery. So this gas pump is industrial machinery. So we cannot have that inside our, well, I think I'm gonna make a bedroom on top of here. And we're gonna use a bed that I typically don't use, which is a ladder bed, because this is very convenient. It's not just a bed, but it's also, as the name says, a ladder. So that means that you can climb onto a higher area here. The bedroom. We have a barracks or bedroom. It doesn't really matter. Single comfy bed, no cost. Yeah, we're gonna have a barracks plus 1 morale, which has to be a minimum of 12 tiles big, and it isn't allowed to have industrial machinery in there. So what we need to do is we need to do we need to close this off? I guess we do need to close this off. And then we need to see how to make this 12 big. So this here would be already 8. And I need to make a tile here because we have to close this off. And then I have to see how to make this bigger. This would be 12, but that's not super efficient. Let me think, actually. If I work from the other side, we do need a bathroom as well. So let me make a area here where we can add a bathroom, and the bathroom, where is it? The latrine also has to be 12 tiles. We're not going to make plumbed wash stations and flush toilets. We're going to make a basic toilet. So let's say plumbing, an outhouse, because otherwise we have polluted water and things like that. And this outhouse only requires dirt, and it will produce polluted dirt, so it's very easy also to clean. Why am I making that as an 8? Am I doing everything as an 8 again? Oh, I have to wait actually with these here, because I didn't build all of this yet. So yeah, I'm doing things too fast. Anyway, we have our algae in here. We can drop it on the floor, and then we can start getting some new stuff. So let's work on this for a bit first. We're going to charge the battery a bit so we can use this oxygen diffuser maybe a little bit more efficient. Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, make those cables, please. Otherwise we cannot reach it anymore. Okay, perfect. So now, everything as a 7. There we go. So we have an outhouse here, and because we don't want to be carrying water and stuff like that, we actually have a... Oh, we don't have that yet. We also need to research that. We're going to use, where is it? A hand sanitizer, because this uses bleach stone and does not result in any extra, well, outcoming materials. So we don't get polluted water, we don't get anything polluted out of it. It just cleans their hands. Let me see, we have some extra brine here. Let's take the brine. Yeah, we're building. Nice. Don't think we can, yeah, we cannot climb up there yet. But I don't think I want to make a way to climb up here actually, because that would mean more doors here, and more doors is not efficient. So yeah, we have 1.6. Oh, it's nighttime. Okay, I have to wait. Make the golden wallpaper. All right, here we can also select unbreathable gas. Hello, carbon dioxide. So if we detect carbon dioxide there, this will become green. Oh yes, where's the automation? Yeah, this will become green, and then if it's green for, let's say, if we detect carbon dioxide for 60 seconds, then we are allowed to pump here, and once we don't detect it anymore, it has to stop. I think that's pretty okay. Let's see, we have a bed now, which means we can climb on top of this, which also means that we could climb on top of this. So let's work with that. Then we have this. This would still be 12, but I don't think I want to make this a straight room because that means we would have to use ladders, and that's not efficient. So let's make it something like this, so we can just walk over. Then we have here 8, 11, and this will be 12. So we need to close this room off with a door, and I'm just gonna make a door here. Yeah, that would work. And then we have our outhouse here. Let's see, do we have, oh, we don't have the research done yet. We are slowly loading up the battery. Let's connect this, and now we see this emptying really quickly. And there are batteries dead again. We are going to need some time to fill this up with oxygen. It's not that small of a room, but once it's done, actually our duplicants are not breathing that much, and this produces 500 grams per second. So it should be fine. Okay, our research is complete, which means that we have our... Oh no, that's the first one. We need the second one as well. But this... Oh, go back in. This latrine needed to be 12 tiles, so this will be 12. And then the most efficient way to close this off would be to make an airflow tile here and a door there. And then we can still go through here. So we could make also a tile here, which means that we can use this. And this here, we have to use a different way. We cannot make a tile there or there because that leaves one high slot. You can see here we have a barracks now. Morale boost +1. And we're going to make it nicer later on. You can see everything is already green. Maybe also because of the suit, of course. But this is going to be a nice place to be. Ah, there it is. We have our hand sanitizer, so we can make that... I cannot turn it. We can make that there. The doors, of course, all have to be open, because that's more efficient. And there's nothing that goes wrong if we do this. Alright, all doors open. Once this hand sanitizer is in, we should have a latrine as well. Gold coming in. Luckily it's only 5 kilograms per wallpaper, so it's not that big of a deal. In the meantime, we can bring over some plastic. Plastics. Let's say we want to bring 10 tons over, because that's what we're going to use to... oh, this is actually full. Let's use that. There we go. Don't waste the energy. So we are filling this now up. Bedroom, this is going to be the latrine, and then we have to make this into the mess hall, which is also not allowed to have industrial machinery, but I don't think any of this counts as industrial machinery, only the pump. All right, this is now in, and that makes that a latrine. Nice. So now we need a place, a great hall, which means we have a mess table. We need some food. So let's make a fridge. Because we're gonna make muckroot, we don't have to... let me see, we can make that here. Then make the mess table next to it. And we need to have a water cooler. Let's make that here. All right. And then we also need some decor, which we are going to add. Let me see, we're gonna add some plants, I guess. Furniture, a wall pot. I guess we can just make one above here. We can add some crown molding out of granite, of course. I guess we can also add that there. Let me see, we can even add a statue, sculpting block, for example. Wait, I have to wait because I don't want to have the battery here, and also the outlet I don't want here, because we will need this room for the, what's it called? The orbital data collection station, which fits here. So we need to find a better place for the battery. Let's put the battery in the bedroom? No. Let me see, where do we have our cables? We have all of our power down here. I guess it would make sense to put the battery in the bedroom. But it's not the nicest place. Where are we the least? I guess in the bathroom. So let's put the battery here. And then we can connect this up. Like so. We don't have to connect the fridge. And I guess yeah, I guess we can leave the deodorizer there. Let's make it like that. And I don't think we need anything else electrical. So furniture, we can make some sculpting blocks. We can make one there and one there. And then we can add some more plants and stuff. We can make a plant here, I guess. What is better, a plant? Decor plus 10%. Oh, that's the metal. Or crown molding. Decor 5. I guess we can make a plant here. Add some corner molding. There's granite there. Some crown molding there. More corner molding there. Crown molding. I guess we can just... we can make a hanging pot here. We have some room. And then I guess the power outlet is gonna go here. Yeah. Then for the wire, oh, we cannot build wire through here? Interesting. So we have to build it like this then. And then once that is done, I can deconstruct all of this. But yeah, we are busy. We have actually already a breathable situation. Is this, what do we have in here? Chlorine? Why do I have chlorine in here? That's so weird. Plastic. Why is there chlorine in here? Anyway, it is what it is. We have bleachstone in here. Does that off-gas? It shouldn't off-gas, right? Okay, we have the same issue again, so let's disconnect it. So we can charge this battery up a bit. It is night. That's maybe also why. Okay, that is now connected, so we can deconstruct that, and we can deconstruct the wire. Oh, we're already using this. No, grounded. You're not supposed to use that. And then we want to have some plants in here. Yeah, that's fine. Body butts, 20 to 40 degrees. What is the temperature in here? It is a little bit chilly, so let's make it that. And let's make all briar seeds. That's okay. And here we're gonna add our muck roots. Do we bring 100 kilograms? How much do we even have? 57 kilograms. Okay, let's make it 50. Muck root. The 7 is okay. All right, of course, we don't have an artist, so we're gonna suppress these messages. What is this? No seed available? There are seeds available. It's a little bit odd. If a rocket is on the ground, it should actually take into account the fact that there is also resources on the ground. But yeah. Oh, we have actually one more spot where we can build something, and that's on this glass window. Can make another flower pot. Alright, I guess we're gonna have even more power once this is done, but this battery, of course, is going to disappear. We have quite a bit of power now, so let's connect this up. Start filling this up more. But yeah, the batteries are gonna drain rapidly. Actually, they're holding up. We're midday. Alright, so how is the decor looking? That's actually not bad. This is actually much better than our normal base. If we look at the decor of our, well, temporary base, it's pretty bad. We have a little bit of decor here, but most of it is very, very red. So if you're selected, well, if the dupe that's selected to go on a space trip actually is going to have a very nice time. Let me see, we have a wire here. It is being drained. Let me, yeah, I guess I'm gonna deconstruct this battery while this is running. We are getting up to maximum pressure, which should be 2000 grams. All right, this is almost empty. So let's start deconstructing this. Oh. Yeah, let's deconstruct it before we waste more power here. Okay. Then let me see. Station, the orbital data collection is plastic. So yeah, we have to also sweep this up. And then we can build this thing out of plastic right here. We need to have one more cable. Wire. Let's also make it from here, I guess. It's fine. Duplicant operation required. Yeah, there is no duplicant in here, I know. This we also want to suppress because I don't care that it's not powered. We have muckroot in here and muckroot doesn't go bad. Alright, we don't have power anymore. How are we on the gases? Very close actually. So let's disconnect this one again so the battery can start filling up. And we built this. In the meantime, we have our plastic in here, which is nice. We can also drop that on the floor, and that means we only need dirt. Cultivatable soil, there it is. Dirt, I mean, it doesn't use that much. Let's make it 1500 kilograms. Should be more than enough. All right, and then once that is all done, I'm gonna fill the battery again. Our rocket is ready. At least the internals are ready. We need still some carbon dioxide over, but now we have our meter here, so we can limit this to 100 kilograms because that's the capacity of this engine. Max is 100 kilograms, and we're gonna fill it up with 100 kilograms of carbon dioxide, and I don't want more to be pumped out. So let's connect this. We don't need to change this to a regular pipe. And we need power in here, so I'm going to connect. Let's actually only connect one gas pump. We don't want them both to be connected. It's not necessary. So now you can see that once carbon dioxide flows through, you can see this running up, and once we are at 100 kilograms, this will actually stop letting carbon dioxide pass through, and this is all flowing up to our rocket. So we get exactly 100 kilograms. We could have also pumped in oxygen here, but that would mean we'd have to have an extra pipe up, which I don't think really is necessary. All right, we have again a little bit of power. We still have to pump in the rest of the oxygen, but we're very close. Is it actually max gas pressure? We are at max gas pressure. That's perfect. So now our battery will just charge. Let me see. Nails has 2 more skill points. I think I'm going to get... Why does she have so little morale? What is going on? Did she not eat yesterday? Washroom. Yeah, she didn't eat. What? Hungry. Okay. Let's see, rocket piloting here. Should be okay. And she doesn't have to be quicker. That's okay. Alright, Nails, get your helmet. And are we ready to go? How is our carbon dioxide? Okay, carbon dioxide, this had hit the limit, so it's not letting more carbon dioxide go through. So we should end up exactly with 100 kilograms of carbon dioxide here. We are at 77.1. Let's see that. Is this going to fit perfectly? It should, really. Batteries are holding up as well. It's perfect. I want to make a little bit more copper, I guess. And maybe some more steel. 5. Sure. Let's keep making some metals. And that means that right now we can start sending Nails off to the first space mission. So let's do that. We have our engine full. We can change the crew to Nails. Okay. And then we're going to fly. Are we going to directly fly here to what's it called? I forgot the name. It is. Oh, we don't have it in our planetoid list yet. So I think I'm just gonna fly here, and that means we would be able to oversee the planetoid. We have a clear launch path. We have fuel. We don't have a pilot, and the crew is not there. So we're gonna set this to crew, and that means that Nails is now coming. Nails. Let's go. She's still not really quick. Oh, that's because she doesn't have something for the exosuit. Anyway, we're going inside. She's going to unequip the suit. We're going to set this to not grounded. Then this is going to be for Nails. This is going to be for Nails. And this is going to be for Nails as well. Bunny ineligible. Oh, wait. It's a public toilet. No, this is for Nails. And this one, oh, we have to set it to right only there. All right. We're inside. She wants to sleep, which is fine. Your stamina is not that high. But yeah, you go to bed, and then we're gonna launch the rocket while she's sleeping. Here we go. Here, begin launch sequence. Let me see. Is she really sleeping? Yeah, she is. So she's going into space while sleeping. Totally not scared. And there we go. We have an achievement, which is probably that we went into space. Space race. Oh, we also entered an oil biome, but launched our first rocket into space. There we go. Alright. Hope XC. And Nails is in space. So what we can do here now is we can construct these data banks forever. We have a lot of plastic here, and it's only 5 kilograms per data bank. So we can make 2000 basically, which we need in order to make the orange research. Yeah, the orange one. And if we have enough of that, we can actually research everything. So yeah, we need 250, 400 here. Yeah, the 2000 will get us quite a way. Anyway, there we go. Let's see it. Oh, she's flying. Look at how happy she is. How's her morale, actually? 24. Good meal. Great haul. 5 shift break. Oh, yeah, she had a big shift break. She doesn't even have the high morale from here. Anyway, we have to make sure she can eat muckroot. Otherwise, she doesn't have any food on here. But yeah, look at how happy she is. Sore back. Is that because she slept in here? Huh. Anyway, plastic. Here we go. Make those data banks. Here we go. And this is gonna create a lot of data banks. Ah, I see that our rocket is in orbit here. Toxazon. So now we can oversee this planetoid. And we see a gold amalgam. I saw igneous rock, obsidian on that level. That's interesting. And there's also aluminum ore, and aluminum is really, really good. I am very interested in getting that. We have a crushed satellite here as well. Inspect. Okay. Encryption level 3. Okay. But yeah, these things are very, very give a lot of radiation, as you can see here. 1615 significant hazard. So we can use this to create red bolts in an efficient way. But yeah, this is very, very metallic. A lot of metals at the top. We have gold amalgam, we have aluminum ore, we have what else was here? Iron ore. Also in places, aluminum ore, a lot of stuff. Very nice. So we're definitely gonna visit this planetoid at some place in the near future. But not yet. For now, we're just gonna let her create some more data banks. We have 19 already. And our battery is nicely holding up. Perfect. So let's let her go. We also need a place to use the data things, of course. So let's go into stations, virtual planetarium. That is where you actually use the data banks. So we're gonna make that here. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna make a floor as well. I'm gonna dig this a little bit down. Ah, that's okay. How's Nails doing with the radiation? 80 rats. Ah, that's okay. She's going to lose radiation when she uses the hand sanitizer. Yeah, all gone. So she's fine and dandy. Perfect. Alright, the virtual planetarium is now built. It needs some power, so let's connect that to the power grids. I guess from here we can exchange this one. I don't want the chlorine to get in, but I think this is okay. Let's see how many data banks in the meantime Nails has created. She is working on a 4 stack of 50, so we are at 170, and we have been in space for apparently 8 cycles. So she has 8 and 8 muck roots, and she is happier than ever. Well, not happier than ever, but her decor is nice +6. Great hall, barracks, and we have a latrine. So we have quite a bit of morale here, much more than we need. I don't know if it makes sense to add more, let's see, this operating or supplying. I don't think it really matters to add machinery or something like that. She's very, very fast with the creation of these data banks, so I'm happy with that. And then of course the new planetoid, but not there. But we will go there in the near future because it has some really, really nice volcanoes. But I think I'm gonna leave it here. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. See you in the next video.